Greetings from Kesseböhmer USA's Training Center in Wilmington, North Carolina. This is the installation of the US-based Pullout by Kesseböhmer. During the installation, please refer to the mounting instructions that came with your product for complete installation details. The US-based Pullout frame comes in two heights that each have an adjustment range of 8 inches and offers a wide variety of storage choices, all using the same frame. Note that this installation requires a flush floor or minimal floor recess and a flush ceiling. Inset doors should have a separate door stop. Today's installation is being shown using the optional lateral support bar since we're installing below a drawer and don't have a stretcher on which to mount the center roller guide plate. The tools you will need for this installation are a tape measure, a pencil, an awl, a posi screwdriver, a 3mm hex key, a 4mm hex key, and a power drill. You will also need 18 panhead screws. Let's get started with the installation by verifying our interior opening height and door opening width in order to verify that you have the right parts. We suggest having a 1/2 inch width clearance for the trays or other storage options.
For the installation of the lateral support bar, start by measuring the inside cabinet width. Using 2 posi screws provided, assemble your lateral support bar and mount the top roller guide plate to match the width of your measurement. Insert into the cabinet and raise into place at the top of the opening. Confirm that the roller guide is centered within the opening. Secure the lateral support bar to the side of the cabinet using 1 panhead screw per side.
If you are installing the top roller guide plate into a stretcher or ceiling of the cabinet, simply center the roller guide plate into the opening and mount using 4 panhead screws. Next, mark and draw a center line on the floor of the cabinet. You can see here that we have a small recess from the face frame to the floor, but that's no problem. Using the pre-applied adhesive dots on the bottom runner template, install the template to the floor using the center line and the front of the cabinet as a guide. Punch 8 holes according to the template using your awl. Remove the template and install the bottom runner, aligning with the holes using 8 panhead screws. It is important that screws are used on all sides of the runners for best performance. Next, set the height of the frame by measuring the distance between the bottom runner and the top roller guide, referred to as X on the installation instructions. Set the frame height by loosening the 3mm set screws and extending to the dimension of X plus 1 inch per the installation instructions. Tighten the set screws again using the 3mm hex key, and verify that you have adjusted the frame height equally in the front and the back. If you fail to adjust the frame equally, it could lead to poor performance later. Using 2 of the supplied bolts and a 4mm hex key, secure the bottom door bracket to the frame. Note that this is the bigger of the 2 door brackets and that the orientation is important. Repeat the process using 1 of the supplied bolts and a 4mm hex key to secure the top door bracket to the frame. Again, the orientation of the bracket is important. Lay the door face down on a flat surface with the bottom closest to you and mark a center line vertically on the door. Using the pre-applied adhesive dots, attach the door bracket template to the door, aligning with the center line and the desired door overlay. Punch holes in the door per the template. Note that the template also provides hole locations for the optional wide door bracket. We recommend this bracket for cabinets that are 18 inches and wider. Remove the door template and mount the frame to the door using 4 panhead screws. Turn the door so that the top is facing you. Find and mark the center of the door and install the top door bracket with 2 panhead screws, ensuring that the frame remains in line with your center line. Now install your frame into the cabinet. Note that you will want to start by passing the top of the frame under the top roller guide beyond the flared end. Then tilt your frame upwards at the back so that you can pass the bottom of the frame over the runners, while bringing it into a more horizontal plane. You will want to be sure that both cam bolts engage with the keyhole slots so that the green Click Fix button can lock the frame into place. Your frame installation is now complete. Test the operation by cycling the unit in and out a couple of times. Keep an eye out for door alignment. To adjust the height, turn the cams on the bottom runner. Tilt adjustments can be made by turning each of the cams in opposite directions. To move the whole door up or down, adjust both cams equally. If pitch adjustments are necessary, adjust the door by using the 4mm hex key to loosen the door brackets. Side-to-side adjustments are rarely needed, but can be done through the slots on the door brackets. Once you are happy with the door alignment, install the trays into the cabinet, starting at the lowest position. Note that you will want the open end of the tray at the front against the door. You will install by tilting the tray down in the front and up in the back while positioning into the cabinet. Press firmly into place, but do not use the rails to do so. Congratulations! You've completed the installation of the US-based Pullout by Kesseböhmer. If you've followed the instructions carefully, you should find a smooth and quiet movement along with a soft closure. Thank you for choosing Kesseböhmer. For more information, visit us on our website at www.cleverstorage.com.